All right.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mel Doerr, the Aloha Shirt Psychic. I got Linda G in the house. Hi, Linda.
Hi, you guys. Hey, I finally sat down and watched Patty Arquette's new series, High Desert.
And
You and Gary have to watch that show
okay,
on Apple TV. I think I got 3 or 4. I know I went through what they had there. I
hi.
had to put it on pause. I was laughing so hard.
Okay,
Patty is absolutely fabulous. I mean, oh my God. The character is really gruff. And Bernadette Peters plays her mother. Matt Dillon plays her husband. Oh my God, it's just getting juicier and juicier, this show. And she always went with her mother to trans bingo. Trans people were holding a big bingo rally.
I love Bernadette Peters.
Yeah, she looks great.
Oh my goodness.
You're gonna love this. I can guarantee you, Mel.
Tell whoever you know we want the autograph of the whole cast. How's that?
Oh yeah. We'll have to send it to studio.
There you go. We'll we'll be the biggest fans. How's that?
There you go.
Hey, Gary, Linda said Patty Arquette's in a new thing on
Apple TV.
Apple TV. Is called High Desert. She said it's so funny you'll pee.
It's hysterical.
So we got to watch it. Okay, so tell the powers that be they got 2 more fans. Well, now they're going to have a lot after this.
Yeah, well, I've been telling anybody that I can. I wrote Rotten Tomato and gave a review.
Oh, cool.
And I mean, I normally don't do that. There's a lot of shows I'll really like. I used to really like Mike and Molly too, but anyway. So this show is worth it. It's like my new favorite show.
We'll review it.
I like Severance too. You know, she's in Severance, and the second season is going to be coming. But this one is like hysterical.
We got to watch it.
Okay.
Hold on, just give me 1 second, Linda. I'm going to pause this for 1 minute. All righty. So that's exciting. Everybody watch it. Yay. High Desert. We just got back from the High Desert.
We sure did. Oh, there were so many videos out. Everybody and their neighbor was filming. I didn't sign any release clauses, though. Did you?
No.
Normally people ask the people, can we put, but it didn't matter. It was a lot of fun. We had Celtic Sheila.
Yes.
And we had she brought her husband. I just went blank. Heart and Soul Connection.
We had Heart and Soul Connection, that's right.
Yeah, and Soul Sisters.
Yes.
And it was, I mean, everybody is just as beautiful in person. And Sue Lynn was a newbie for us. She was hysterical, you guys. I don't know if she's going to tell you a story, but we died, but I won't repeat it in case she doesn't want to repeat it. We had Kim.
Do I know it, the story?
Well, I can't say it now, but we had Kim at Intuitive View, and we had, I can tell you off camera.
We had Kim and Debbie.
We had Debbie Freebird, and we had Joy Harjo and her husband, Owen. They were fantastic. Yeah.
Oh, her poems are amazing. And it's, you know, it was funny, you know, I teach intuitive development and I do the clairs and all that, but you know, a lot of other people talk clairs, which I think is good because people get a different perspective. But something told me when I talked to Joy, we talked about Hawaii, to add Ho'oponopono, restitution, forgiveness, and clearing in my seminar, and it was a last minute thing. And I'm so glad I did. And I didn't say anything to anybody. I just threw it in. And that night, when she was on, you know, when she was reciting poetry, Ho'oponopono means forgiveness. And she talked about forgiveness in that poem. It was
That's
wonderful. I was crying. It was just so powerful.
Now, what about who's our lovely lady from Hawaii that brought those beautiful leis? Her name. I had one that smelled. Oh, it was so wonderful.
You had the plumeria. Those are amazing.
Oh my God, the smell was gorgeous.
Her name starts with a Y, and we just
went blank. Yin or yeah?
I'm sorry.
I can't think of it. I'll have to look at my notes.
I'll have to look it up. So, but she brought me one with kukui nuts, and then there were like little tea leaves and the little.
It was such a, oh my God, it was, and she made a beautiful one for, I don't know if she made it or bought it for Joy, who wore it on the last night. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, that was, I think that was also plumeria. I think, I don't know, I think she probably bought them, but there was a lady who was born on the Big Island, and she's living in California, and I think her relative was with her, I think living in Hawaii.
I think I know who you're talking
And they
about.
made us those cellophane lays with the cookies.
Yes.
inside.
Oh, I know. I have mine still.
Yeah, those cookies were good.
I didn't tear mine open yet.
And
But
then-
I got to tell you guys, most of these people are just, we didn't have a bad apple in the bunch.
No, not at all. The attendees were amazing. And it
And
was,
the cafeteria staff said they love when my group comes up because we are so happy and kind.
it was fun to see, you know, a lot of the readers there, you know, that attended
Yes.
as students are just attendees that, you know, I've been on some of their shows. So if you see them on YouTube, and it was like finally nice to say, hey,
To meet them.
nice to
Yeah.
meet. Yeah. So it's all thanks to you, Linda. You've helped so many people in this community.
Oh, we had a ball. We had an absolute, but listen, the amount of people that were there got, I paid a guy to help with registration, and we were pushing a little bit, but I didn't plan on 77.
No, that was
a mistake. And so technically I read nearly 80 people
wow.
in 2 days. And you were just telling me about, I used to do Halloween parties too, and they would just keep coming, and you get to where you can't feel your body anymore.
Oh, I mean, I remember, you know, they would tell you to do it like every 10 minutes. And this was like, it was a place that was huge. It was very well known in Chicago. And we would start probably around 4 or 5 o'clock and end around 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in costume, and oh God, sometimes I'm sure we had to have read at least 60, 70 people in the course of a night. And you know, your brain is just mush. It's
Yeah,
just,
you can't feel yourself. Like yesterday, him and I tried to start this show and we couldn't keep going because I was kind of in a pissy mood because I was so tired.
Linda was tired, and you know what? I was tired as well. And
Yeah.
about halfway through it, I'm like, Linda, you know what? Let's just do
Let's
this
just call it off.
because this ain't happening. I
We've
didn't
got
even,
a couple more
I
Mondays.
didn't even save the recording. I just was like, that was it.
Yeah.
Everybody,
But-
that was a technical difficulty, because I had posted it that would be on yesterday, and I put, due to technical difficulties.
Right. But
That was our
it
technical
was just
difficulty.
fantastic. I just had the best time. And I really don't see myself going back up there. It'd have to be a real small group for me to go up there. Never like this. It was way too big.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
But Jesus, it's not like we had whiners or complainers.
no,
Everybody was just
no.
loving, and everybody loved the food.
I loved
And
everybody.
everybody knew to get out of my way when I came to the cafeteria, because here comes Linda, opened the door, everybody out of my way.
The waters parted. I was behind with the staff going, the queen is coming.
Somebody wrote that they woke up the next morning and were really depressed because their breakfast wasn't ready.
That
The
was
coffee.
me. I worked, you know, we got home Sunday. I worked Monday, yesterday. And I woke up, I go, damn, I'm missing my breakfast.
Mhm.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, they were so nice, you guys.
You know, it was and the good thing is that, you know, I'm glad because we did have Sue Lynn and Joy and
Kim and Debbie.
Debbie and Kim doing the lectures, because that gave Jen and I a break.
Right. And
So-
you know, we have my cousin Sue and cousin
Cousin
Jim was
Sue,
the
cousin
MC. He's
Jim.
so funny. He's so funny.
They were
And
good.
then my
Mary,
sister
Mary.
Deborah. Yeah, my sister and my nephew, who's my future manager,
I got to tell you something.
Vinny.
I put on my community board, everybody. So Vinny would get up and walk in the morning, and I'm going to Africa. And I said, Vinny, I've got to walk. I gotta. And so he said, okay, you want to go walking tomorrow morning? I said, yeah. So we'd get up at 5:30 and we would walk for a couple miles. And then, I'd come back, change clothes, go down for breakfast. I so much enjoyed, I enjoyed the whole thing, but those morning walks with Vinny, they were just so
And it's
spiritual.
paradise out there. The views are fantastic.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And Vinny, thank you so very much for walking with me. And you know what? I couldn't walk really fast, and he would go at my pace,
You go at your pace. Yeah,
but he did a great job with
sure
like
did.
the luggage and driving people around and everything.
That was wonderful.
You
And
did-
real quick, you guys, we did the CE5, which is the calling of the UFOs, the very first night, Thursday night. And when I was out there, I said, get your cameras ready, and I'm going to call upon the realm and see what we get. And Dennis and Julie, our good buds up there, said that someone got a picture of an angelic form standing right behind me with wings and a breastplate, like St. Michael.
Wow.
And whoever that was that got that picture, send it to me at grendel9103@gmail.com. Please.
I'll
have to ask Dennis and Julie to really concentrate on the face, and we'll see if we can remember who it was.
I'll show you one I got of the sun. This was it. None of the other ones came out this way. Like Vinny and I were walking, and I took a picture of the sun. Look at this. None of the other ones came out, but look at that. It's hard. Oh, it's hard to see. You can't see it. It's too bright. Darn
Can't
it.
see it.
Shoot. You can't see it.
No.
You know what? I'll put it on the community board so people can see it.
Okay.
It was almost like this halo around the sun. It was like, anyway, it was really cool. There's just some magic pictures that people got out there. I got some really good pictures.
I know you sure did. So let's start answering questions.
All right.
These folks have been waiting long enough.
I know. Let me just get back to where I was. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, shoot. This thing froze up. Here we go. All right. Cat01 says, hi, Mel and Linda. Welcome back from Sedona. Can you give insight on Casey DeSantis and how she feels right now with some people no longer looking at Ron as a viable candidate for the White House? Does she feel like her own dreams are being dashed? Does she feel what he's doing is reflecting badly on her? I don't think she cares.
I don't think she cares either.
I think she's just too interested.
You know what he's doing, him and her. They got these, like Trump does. They've got these fan base around them. Everybody telling them how wonderful they are.
Correct.
And so they believe it. A lot of people think they're really something because of the fan base around them.
I was just watching something about him on TV. I forgot what it was.
Was it Joy Reid?
Yes.
He wrote a book.
Yeah, that was it.
It's not going to end up good for her.
I don't
They're
think
going to get hit out right now. They're happy. Oh, he's going to run. She thinks she's clean for a day. And they're even hoping Trump will go to jail. But it's not going to work out for him either. Even if Trump wasn't picked in the primaries, he's still not going to get picked.
I pulled a Jack of Hearts, which would mean there's a lot coming out that's really negative about DeSantis.
I'm telling you, and some of it has to do with money.
It does. It's I see a book and you open the book and it says secrets, but they're not very good ones. So
yeah.
Anyway. All right. So okay. Damon 6868 question. Hi, Auntie Mel and bodacious Tata Linda. I love that. Auntie Mel, will you please do Mitch McConnell again? I was like,
oh,
here we will Uganda and many African countries decriminalize and be more accepting toward LGBTQ human beings? Thank you.
Yeah, we looked at that yesterday. I not for a while.
It's going to take.
They're way far behind us.
People are asking me if I'm nervous about going to Uganda because if you're gay, you can go to jail. And it's nice. I know because we're going to be very careful, and we're going to see that we're going to on a cultural trip to see the gorillas, and we're going to go and be in a school one day. So I'm not going to say kiss me, I'm gay, but when you go there, you better not be anti-male, because they
I know.
don't like that whole thing.
Right.
That was Mitch McConnell. Okay.
Okay, he did his Mitch.
I did Mitch. Not a very good one, but whatever. Okay. Hi, Mel and Linda. Some psychics say that Trump has a chance to win the next election. Please clarify. I don't like to read on what other psychics say, so I don't see him as president.
He won't win, I'm telling you. It's just like there's a very famous English psychic reader in the UK that just let us know by far he was going to win the 2020 election. He's going to win then. And then he's always acts so surprised. I should have swore he's going to win. It's not that, you're going to have kind of an ugly, well, I shouldn't say that. It's not for me to judge others, but he's not a very good person. It's like holding somebody up that's just so cruel and mean. And all he does is whine and complain. And that judge told him, you are not to reveal any of this information we give you. He's not to have any copies of the evidence, and he's not to talk about the evidence in his trial coming up in March.
But then when he
went home, he immediately hit up about the judge, but he has a right to his opinion.
Yeah, but it's a witch hunt. Look what they're doing to me.
Yeah, but he has a right to his opinion.
Well, that's true, but
that's what the courts are saying.
Well, he's the right to his opinion, but you can't denigrate others.
Yeah,
well, I know he's the judge. I still see he's going to get hit with a contempt order.
It might be something about the evidence they have.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think his own lawyers are telling him to shut up, but that's impossible for him.
Let me ask you something. Who do you think will hit first, Jack or Georgia? Fanny.
I see something big coming out in August.
Well, that's Georgia. But I think Jack might hit just before.
He is.
Right before.
He's asked for more stuff. I forgot what it was. I just heard it on TV.
I know, but they say he's pretty much got everything he needs on being a traitor.
Oh,
he's
I know what
Trump and many different things.
I know what Trump was griping about, because the judge told him he had to suspend all of his activities for certain dates because
right in the middle of the primary.
And Trump said, oh, look at what this judge is doing. No, the judge said, oh, he's bought by the Democrats. He's this, he's that. Yeah. But that's where it gets a little sticky, because if he's saying that the judge is already biased, then he could get in trouble for election.
Yeah, because that's hurting the juror.
Correct.
The jury.
Correct. So yeah,
and this has never happened before. There's a lot of stuff that has never happened before we got this guy. Nobody has had people tear up notes when he's talking to Putin, have him chewing the notes, have him putting notes down the toilet, stealing classified information, taking money from foreign people. Nobody has been like him.
Trying to bribe Ukraine with money that was already appropriated to them if they would go against
lie about Biden.
Oh yeah, that's why he's favoring Putin, because Zelensky wouldn't lie about Biden. I just, it's frightening that, where has the morality gone to?
Yeah.
None of these politicians. It's like, and the people that follow them.
And they make up stuff, like they were making up that these homeless veterans that we took them out and replaced them with illegals. What?
And it's under the guise, right, that they're being honest and all about democracy. I'm like, what? I mean, it's frightening.
The stock market dropped 231 points today.
It'll come back up.
Yeah, well, right now, what do you think about that debt ceiling? I threw my cards earlier and it looks like it's gonna pass.
I see it passing, but if it doesn't, I want to tell you something. It's gonna bite the Republicans in the butt.
But it's
Well,
gonna hurt a
what
lot
they're
of
doing
people.
is that either way, no matter what happens, they can say, well, it was the Democrats. They're going to blame it on the Democrats no matter what.
Right.
But I see a lot of, I see broken glass. That's the 8 of diamonds. And that means like ill luck, ill fate, being responsible for their actions. I'm talking about the Republicans right now. They're going to
But
be.
wouldn't Biden throw in the 14th Amendment?
I'm talking about the House and the debt ceiling. And if it doesn't pass, Biden will have no problem using the 14th Amendment.
That's what I was feeling.
None.
So it's gonna pass, but it's just a matter of which way we go.
Correct. Correct. And that's what I mean either way.
And they're just following the advice. Trump wants it to crash and burn.
Of course he does, because then he can say, look at what happened. I can fix it. He doesn't care about the
It
economy.
doesn't fix anything.
You know, who's running the House? Trump.
Yep.
So, but
And they didn't get that many people extra. You know, it was going to be a landslide, remember?
that's correct.
Thank God we held on to the Senate.
I still think there's a few Republicans that would
Vote for
vote to pay our bills.
keep it going, pay our debt.
They're going to start standing up to Trump.
Yeah.
All right. 156-7306. That's what it says here.
Okay.
Hello from Canada. Hi, Canada. Love you too. Are there spirits in the coldest and hottest places on earth? And what kind of spirits can move heavy objects like tables, chairs, and doors? Of course, there's spirits in the coldest and hottest places on earth.
Yeah.
In Hawaii, the ancient Hawaiians believe that the spirit of Pele, the Hawaiian goddess of fire, lives in Halima'uma'u crater on the island of Hawaii. So, and I believe in the spirit of Pele. So her spirit resides there. So I think poltergeists can move tables and chairs and doors, but so can our spirit guides. What do you think, Linda?
Yeah.
I do. Okay. Here's a good one. Antonio Basilio. Will the Supreme Court rule in favor of Biden loan forgiveness? If successful, will it be able to be implemented right away?
I see loan forgiveness happening, but if Supreme Court reneges it or does something cray-cray, it won't happen until the new administration.
I see like is it the 2 or 3 of swords, the ones through the heart, a disappointment, a delay, like this court might not approve it, but if they don't, at some point, I do see it approved.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think it's after the election. That's what I'm picking up. Anything interesting over there on MSNBC?
Well, I just saw that the Ohio GOP is trying to keep the abortion. They wanted to go to the people to vote on abortion, women's right, and the GOP is trying to keep it off the ballot. I don't think they'll be successful.
I don't see them being successful in that.
Yeah.
Our cousins live in Ohio. Cousins fight for women's rights.
Yeah.
I know they will. Okay. Hi, Mel and beautiful Linda. Hold on. No, okay, I'm sorry. I won't answer that one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Okay. Susan McFarlane asked, hi, amazing dynamic duo. I have a question about the Australian guy claiming to be the son of King Charles and Queen. I won't even call her Queen. I'm sorry. Of King Charles and Camilla. Is this claim true? I hear nope.
No.
I don't think so.
I got something to tell you.
Okay.
So Peter Navarro wrote on Twitter and he said, one of at real Donald Trump's first acts as POTUS will be to tell Elon Musk to bring his slave labor Tesla factories back from Shanghai. At Governor Ron DeSantis reveals himself with Musk back as CCP puppet like Musk. F them both. MAGA, take note.
I saw
Here it begins. Reaming Ron DeSatan.
I saw that DeSatan and Elon Musk are announcing something together.
Tomorrow, his run for president.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. That. So what does that tell you about
What
Elon
am I
Musk?
doing that day? Oh, I'm going to deep clean my toilets that day. Yeah, so I can't see it.
What does that tell you about Elon Musk?
Well, let me tell you now, people like Peter Navarro and probably Roger Stone and Trump himself, the minute he announced he's running for president, watch the boulders start flying.
Oh, they're gonna fly huge.
This is just the beginning.
Especially with DeSatan and Musk
Who
together.
knew that Elon Musk had slave labor in Shanghai?
Trump is gonna go after Elon Musk like white on rice.
Oh yes, it's going to be beautiful. We'll all get to watch it.
Oh, I'm gonna sell tickets to the circus. 10 cents a dance. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about DeSatan. I forgot about it. I read about it. I'm like, what? Anyway. All right.
Oh, I have something else to tell you.
Go ahead.
Breaking on Fox News. Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy are humiliated as the Republican-led House Ethics Committee announces that its 2-year investigation into California Democrat Eric Swalwell found no wrongdoing on Congressman Swalwell's part when he briefly met a woman who turned out to possibly be a Chinese spy. The investigation found that Swalwell acted properly when he immediately ended the relationship and cooperated with the FBI upon finding out. That's right. House Republicans wasted millions of dollars of taxpayer dollars on a nothing burger cooked up by the Fox News, and Congressman Swalwell ended up being totally cleared by their own investigation today. Swalwell just responded to the announcement. Nearly 10 years ago, I assisted the FBI in their counterintelligence investigation of a campaign volunteer. The case and my assistants were briefed to Republican Speaker of the House, John Boehner. And 2 years later, Republican Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, reappointed me to the House Intelligence Committee. Neither speaker questioned my actions nor politicized my cooperation. Despite the FBI repeatedly saying I was nothing but helpful and never accused of wrongdoing, this complaint was filed by the House Republicans. If the intent in bringing this complaint and leveling false smears was to silence me, that's not going to happen. I will continue to be a voice on behalf of my constituents and a passionate defender of democracy.
Yeah.
Here, Congressman Swalwell.
I think back to Musk and DeSatan with, him using Musk to announce that he's running. It's not going to bode well for Elon.
Well, he's using Musk because Musk has money.
Yes, and I'm sure Musk is going to donate handsomely to his fund. However,
and I also feel Musk wants a little place in the administration if DeSatan won, but he won't.
Oh, that's exactly what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
But what they're not banking on is it's going to bite Musk, I think, my guides tell me, in the rear end, because a lot of people, the majority of us do not like and don't agree with the whole MAGA DeSatan thing, And so there's going to be a lot of people that are going to stop listening to Twitter. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to not want Elon Musk's products. And I see Detroit coming out with a lot more electric vehicles of their own that are much better. And Musk is going to be hurting financially.
Right. Well, and also, if he's going to stand with a guy, you think Trump was bad? Look what's happened to the state of Florida. Oh. It's a hellhole. Nobody wants to go there.
Nobody wants to go there.
Now he's getting doctors and everybody. If you don't believe in the way someone lives, like if you come upon a gay man that needs medical help, you don't have to help him if you don't believe in that.
If that went to the Supreme Court, I don't know if that would help.
I don't think it would pass because the Hippocratic Oath.
I don't think it would
do no harm.
Yeah. Like I said last night, they tried that in Indiana when Mike Pence was the governor. and some of the a big drug manufacturer and a lot of other big companies said if you do this, we're going to pull out of Indiana. And guess what?
Yep.
They rewrote the wording in that law, because
Yep.
what they were saying is if you're gay and when you go into a restaurant or something, then that restaurant or whomever would have the right to deny you if you're gay.
Yep.
And so when big companies started threatening to pull out, it changed real fast. And that's what's going to happen in Florida.
Exactly.
Because
People are trying to move out of Florida left and right.
well, the only reason he's doing that is because he's got that war with Disney. But I want to tell you something, Mickey Mouse is going to win that war.
Right, right.
How about you know what I just thought? Wouldn't it be great if one of those companies like Disney or one of those other companies came up with some gay characters and premiered them in movie theaters in Florida?
They've done that. They've done that. Even Beauty and the Beast, the one that had the live actors in it. It's a great show. But they had several gay couples in there.
Oh, well, I see more of that in Florida happening. Okay. Oh, somebody asked, Love Above One Source says, glad that you and Linda are back. Glad you're home with your dogs. Can you please talk about the importance of cleaning and replacing daily the water dish for our fur babies? I heard they get depressed when we miss things like this. Well, dogs do get into routines, and you know, Lucky's food bowl gets washed like every other day.
I put mine in the dishwasher.
We do
I have
too.
enough bowls to switch them.
Right, and we give her fresh water. I mean, every
Oh,
day.
my dogs. I have a bowl that's this big, no joke. Plus, they got their bowls with their meal. And I have to do twice the big bowls.
Well, you know, it's like when people adopt a dog and then all of a sudden they decide that they don't want the dog anymore.
Oh, I hate that.
Well, those, you know, dogs grieve, and they really do grieve. They miss their owners. And so it's really, if you know, as much as I believe in people having dogs, if you're not willing to put the work in, then don't get the dog, because when you decide to give the dog up, it's horrible for the dog. So anyway, so that was a nice question. Thank you, Love Above One Source.
Do you look like, I look at things at maybe even Facebook or something, but I can't see any dogs that are suffering, or those commercials. I got sick of those TV commercials showing dogs suffering. I have to turn it off.
Oh, the Humane Society ones? I can't watch it.
I can't watch it.
Okay, KBG 7822 says, hi, Mel and Linda. Can you tell us whether South Africa sold or gave weapons to Putin? The anger is off the charts here in South Africa. Hi, South Africa. We are worried he has bribed the ruling ANC and has agreed to hack next year's elections to ensure they win. So basically the person wants to know, is South Africa sold or gave weapons to Putin? And I see South Africa slipping money to Putin under the table. And what they're asking is if Putin will interfere in the election to try to get the people in that
but Putin's going to be a nothing burger pretty soon. Putin's about ready to lose that war.
But they say that they're worried that that Putin has bribed the ruling party and has agreed to hack next year's elections to ensure that they win. And people there don't like the ruling party.
Yes.
So, I say the answer is yes. I see money sliding under the table going to Putin. If not, maybe supplying him with weapons to help him buy them.
Yeah.
Okay. Crazy Shark. Hi, Crazy Shark 22. Hi, Linda and Mel. Do you ever see interest rates dropping to COVID time levels again? And if so, when? It's going to take a while.
But not like 11% and stuff, but not for a while.
I think they're going to raise the rates at least 2 more times. And then maybe they'll start coming down. But I think it's going to take at least 1.5 to 2 years before they start coming down.
I
I don't-
swear to God, Elon Musk has told to Satan, if you win, I want an up spot in the administration. I could see it,
Ooh.
but he's not going to win.
You know what? You did that side take. And so whenever you do your side take, you're right on.
I just heard it.
And when you said that, my psychic light bulb was blinking. Yes, yes, yes. So
Yeah.
you're right on, girlfriend. All right. Mimi Rose said she's glad we made it home safe and sound. Hi, Mimi. Okay. Lynn LeGlaire. She's just said that she's happy that to have watched the lives coming out of Sedona. And she said that real anchors during these crazy times. All right. Okay. Oh, this is good. TR8970 says, you
Okay.
are such a breath of fresh air. Well, when I put my dog breath mints in,
Right.
my blizzard mint bones. Okay. Question. So to Satan, presidential theme is never back down. Is that going to be his undoing? Picturing him as thin-skinned, stubborn, arrogant jerk who's unable to compromise when needed, especially with his fight against Mickey Mouse. Funny thought. Readers say a woman will take Trump down. A mouse will take the Satan down.
And here's the other thing. He's letting go of the restrictions. So cops have been fired for being cruel. You know, cops that can't get hired because they have these attacks on there can come to Florida and he'll hire them.
Wow. You know, I think anybody that is that homophobic is really insecure about their own sexuality.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
Entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, Ron Brock. Hi, Ron. Wants to know. He says, welcome back. Always love both of you in this show. Oh, thank you. Has Ukraine already started their counteroffensive? And will this be the time they push all the Russians out of their country?
I feel it's right. It's right on top of us right now.
I think it started.
I think it started.
But we ain't seen nothing yet.
Time frames we're probably not good at, but I know Ukraine is going to be just fine.
I see the number 4.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Back to Satan. Why do we keep going back to that? I pulled the 7 of spades, and that would mean there's a lot of darkness around him that's going to be exposed. But I'm also seeing in the future a lot of marital issues around him.
Oh, so the wife jumps out, huh?
You got it.
Okay.
I don't know what it's about. Well, I do know what it's about. I just don't want to go public with it. But
Okay.
That's going to come out.
Well, he's a Virgo. Virgo men can be grouchy as hell. And it's all about them.
Ooh, this is a really good one. We touched on this one last night, but we didn't publish it. Okay. Colleen Brown. Hi, Mel and Linda. Will DeSatan be charged with illegally handling state pension funds by moving them to be invested in his Wall Street donors investment firms? This has already cost these poor people $10 billion.
What? What is it again?
Will DeSatan be charged with illegally handling state pension funds?
Oh, yes, I remember that. That could be the thing that's getting him in trouble. Remember, I saw money things.
Ooh,
and I think his wife, remember he said, send the hurricane money directly to her. Remember he said that instead of going through the federal government? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff getting found out.
That could be what's coming out that causes all that domestic unhappiness with his wife. The other thing is, when you were talking, Linda, I saw a safe, like an old-fashioned safe, and one of the doors was closed, one was open, and money was funneling out of it, going to his Wall Street donors investment firms.
Wow.
And I saw papers that they were it almost looked like indictment papers, because there's something there that's illegal that happened. I'm telling you.
Okay.
And it's all going to come out.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
And then I wonder if he could be sued personally because of that $10 billion that was lost.
Something's coming up with him with money.
Up, and it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Okay. Let's see. Deborah Robinson 2407. Hello, Linda and Mel. Thank you for sharing your gifts with us all. Will the hate directed at Harry and Meghan in the UK media ever stop? I think it's
yeah, it'll go by the wayside down there. I see that, and I want them to stay together, but I do see them splitting up.
You do? Yeah.
But it might be 10 years away.
Yeah, I think it's a long time off.
Yeah. The kids are much older.
Ginger Lily just asked about, does Satan pass the new bill, which about the doctors can refuse to treat people?
Yeah, he's full of crap.
I see a lot of lawsuits about that.
I see lawsuits about it. He can't do that.
No. Oh, this is
so what happens if his house is on fire? The fire department can say, oh, that's the Satan's house, forget about it.
You see, that's what
you can't do that.
That's what they got to be careful of when they start passing laws like that, because that can work both ways.
Yeah.
And what if one of his kids was denied?
Gets sick and a specialist doctor, and the doctor says, I don't like your politics, so I'm not going to work on your kid.
Oh, how much you want to bet? That would be a big,
yeah,
big to do. Like banning books. They ban these books in Florida, but what would the Satan do if they wanted to ban the Bible from? I'm sure that
they already talking about it, because there's a lot of bestiality and everything in the Bible. So,
well, my light bulb just went on, and at some point they're going to do that in the school district, and he's not going to like it. And if it goes to the Supreme Court, they're going to say, wait a minute, you can't discriminate. You can't say we're going to ban this one and not that one.
Right.
That's going to get.
You know what? The banning books is people can get books online and on the internet.
You know what? It's not.
If I was a mother to one of those children, I would have them read whatever. He's even not letting people see the speech that little poet did for Obama when he was inaugurated. He's cutting that out. Face it, he's a white. He must well be wearing a KKK outfit.
No, he was a little mustache like right here, because that's what Hitler did. Burn books, get rid of books, vilify people. He's vilifying everybody, especially LGBTQ, and picking on everybody. And well, he'll get his Waterloo.
Yep.
I like this one. Twilight Queenful says, what's the prognosis for Florida's economy with the new implementation of the anti-immigration bills that were signed recently? Florida's economy is going to be going down the toilet. That's what's going to happen.
Well, no business. He messed with corporate business, and people don't like that.
How much you want to bet when the economy of that state start hurting, he's going to be the first to scream that he wants federal aid to help him out?
That's like Huckabee. She did that. I don't want any federal aid. And then the flooding and everything happened, and she was asking for federal aid.
I hope that the government goes like this to him.
Yeah.
The Italian way, right? But then again, the poor people of Florida shouldn't have to suffer because of him.
It's just terrible. And a lot of them can't afford to move, and they're stuck there. And
well, I see a lot of people protesting in the streets in Florida. There's going to be a lot of protests.
Oh, good.
And then he's going to try.
That's when he got that army of bad cops that he'll go in there and hurt people. And if you say something about him, you have to register. You can't write a bad opinion about him without being registered or something.
Well, that's going to.
They want to know where you live.
That's going to go to the Supreme Court. And if it does, they'll say you cannot restrict people's freedom of speech, and you can't.
Although there's a lot of those Supreme Court people that would love for all this to go through.
Of course there would be, but I don't see it. I see it. I don't see that. I see that going to the Supreme Court, and it's not going to hold up.
I would love to know what film does Trump have on Kavanaugh that he threatened to show if evangelists vote for the Satan. He said, if evangelists vote for Satan, I am going to release a video I have on Kavanaugh. And let me tell you, you'll be plenty shocked.
Yeah, but he's the one that put Kavanaugh on
He's
the
the one that put Kavanaugh in there.
But that just goes to show you about Trump, what you and I have been saying all along. And a lot of the other people in the community, it's like, you know what? Trump likes you today, but then once he's done with you or you do something he doesn't like, then all of a sudden he destroys you.
Look at Pence, look at Barr.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But Florida's economy, I'm telling, is going to be hurting.
Yeah.
It's really going to be hurting. But I see people protesting in the street, and he's going to try to outlaw it. But guess what? People have a right to peaceful protest. That's part of our constitutional rights. And that'll go to the Supreme
Court. He'll try to say, no, you don't have the right.
Well, he can do that, but
he doesn't believe in the Constitution.
He won't win.
Yeah. Remember, Trump didn't understand why you couldn't shoot him.
Oh, I know.
The protesters.
Oh, I know. It's like
why can't you just shoot him? Well, shoot him in the legs then.
I know. It's like, hello. They were just exercising their right to peaceful protest.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, a mountain dancer. Hi, mountain dancer. Hi, Mel and Linda. So glad you all had a great time in our home safely. Oh, my question is about the breaking news that the Mormon Church has been caught buying and investing in for-profit companies, and this disclosure would jeopardize their no tax standing. Will they lose their no tax standing?
They're going to try to get rid of it. I see people suing them. Did you know that the Utah has the highest criminal records of child, the child stuff that goes on, and porn, all in Utah?
Well, what I do see coming is that legislation is going to be passed to say if a church is going to put its nose in politics.
Yeah, that's going to happen, not right now, but a few years down the road.
Well, and to say then, okay, if you're going to do that, then you're going to lose your tax exempt status. And they do it like a lot of times for a lot of non-for-profits. If they get political, they lose their status, their tax status. Right. So that's what I see happening. That was a good question. Oh, this one's a good one. Wow. Boy, does Satan's putting in a lot of draconian laws. Listen to this one. Peanut 2046. Welcome back, Linda and Mel. I was hoping you could tell me about this law that the Satan signed into law. It allows the government to basically take away transgender children from parents if the parents seek care for the transgender.
It won't. They may do it in Florida, but it's not going to hold up to actually the Constitution.
Exactly. There again, all these laws that he's passing.
My brother-in-law was an attorney, and he said, you can't even be a drug addict for the courts to take. You got to be a terrible drug addict for the courts to take away the rights of a parent.
I mean, it's terrible what they're doing. But listen to this. She says, or he says, why are Floridians not protesting against all these crazy laws? I think they are. A lot of them are leaving. A lot of them.
They won't. They're really monitoring what's being released out there.
Correct. And then this is somebody from Canada, and they say, is this man so weak he has to bully others that aren't like him? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was a good question. Okay. Kay,
it's an hour now.
Okay, we got time for one more?
One more.
Okay.
Because we don't want to put our people out. They don't like it more than an hour.
I know. Okay, hold on. Okay. Hi, Mel and Linda. It looked like your Sedona trip was a big hit and loads of fun. It was. Glad you're both back. My question is, when are they going to make the mango monkey shut the hell up with all of his lies? And now he's sending messages on his social media to McCarthy to not give into the approval of the debt ceiling. It's really hard to stay calm when we're getting so close to the deadline. Take care. Blessings to you all. People don't panic. Biden,
don't panic, and he'll be talking to himself pretty soon. Nobody will be listening. They're so done. There's a lot of Republicans right now under the table that want out. They want Trump to go away.
Oh, they do. That's right. And
I almost feel like when Trump's a goner, as far as if he's you know, he loses again as president or whatever is coming up will be something that people will just be doing this. Oh, glad that's over with.
You know, don't underestimate Biden. He's got some things up his
There's
sleeve.
wonderful things he's done too.
Well, he's got some things up his sleeve in case the debt ceiling, in case they don't come through with the debt ceiling.
Yeah.
He's got a plan.
And he's trying to give McCarthy leeway and the benefit of acting like they had a good conversation. But I'm telling you, he started June 1st is the deadline. They're going to tell him, take the short road. We've got our own deal here.
Oh, absolutely.
So
there's going to be some whistleblowers coming out about McCarthy too, and how he's got a hotline to Trump. How much you want to bet?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's MTG, and she tells McCarthy what Trump says.
Cool.
Remember, she had Trump on the phone when they went back 15 times trying to make him speaker.
Oh, I know. It was like, yeah, but if you know what, if he doesn't do something with the debt ceiling, I still see some Republicans voting to raise the debt
Saying,
ceiling.
we don't want to go down with this ship. Yeah.
Exactly. Because they know what it's going to do to them politically.
Right.
All right, my dear.
All right, sweetie.
Next week, your channel?
Next week, my channel.
All right. Same bat channel. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Oh, here comes the dogs.
Here comes the dog.
Here comes the dogs. Here comes the dog.